Good morning and welcome back to the channel. So first of all, we want to say a big thank you to all of our subscribers for all the lovely comments, all the likes. And if you're not a subscriber, why not? It's free. Press that button now and come on all these amazing adventures with us. So, you've heard of the North Coast 500. Everybody has. Well, I'm here to tell you it's so last year. There's a new route on the block and it's called the South West Coast 300. Want to come with us? Come on then.
Darling, you've got to keep holding on.
The South West Coastal 300 is a circular route that hugs Scotland's southwest coast of Dumfries and Galloway and South Ayrshire. The route takes you to Scotland's most southerly point, the Mull of Galloway, and to Scotland's highest village, Wanlock Head.
So you can start at any point in the South West Coast 300, but we're going clockwise. So our first stop is the town of Moffat.
Moffat is a historic town in the Annandale Valley, 21 miles from Dumfries. Moffat's wide, tree-lined high street retains many of its original characteristics, and the town has strong connections with both the Moffat and Johnson clans. There are great places to eat and many independent shops, and try some of the famous Moffat Toffee when you're there.
What you got there?
Moffat Toffee. 55 years ago, I used to drive up and down to my uncle's farm in Yorkshire, and every time we came up and down we stopped and we got a tin of Moffat Toffee, and I haven't had one for 55 years.
Tastes as good?
Yeah, you want one?
No thank you.
Maisie, have a toffee.
Long gone. Feels like I'm failing on forever. Comes and goes. They say the truth is in.
So Moffat's not just famous for its toffee, it's also famous for being the first dark sky town in Europe.
How's that then?
Well, they've actually changed all their lights to stop light pollution. You can see the stars.
Light pollution?
Cause now I go back on the road.
What is it?
It's a gift to Moffat.
Who from?
It's from, I can't quite read his name there, Calvin.
William Colvin.
How are you? So what we need to is that.
So we just all got blessed.
And we got a prayer
Yeah, we got a prayer too. And we got 2 photos.
from the singing potter of
wonky my hair looks.
of Moffat. Singing potter. Jerry, his name is.
Yep, so go and see him.
He was very nice.
And maybe he'll give you a prayer too.
Cause now I go.
Blazing sunshine. And now it's raining hard.
Our next stop was on the outskirts of Lockerbie at the Garden of Remembrance for the victims in the air and ground of the Lockerbie disaster.
So they say that you always remember where you were when you heard about Princess Diana dying and the Twin Towers. But I specifically remember the minute that it was announced that there had been a plane crash in Lockerbie in 1988. I was about 12 at the time, and I remember teletext actually flashing up on the television screen to say that there had been a plane crash. And I've always wanted to come here to kind of pay my respects ever since then.
This Garden of Remembrance is in memory of the 270 victims whose ages range from 2 months to 82 years, from 21 nations. The ages and nationalities of all, I can't see what it says there. Victims are contained in the Book of Remembrance situated at the memorial room.
Actually, seeing all these names brings it home, and it's actually, I feel quite emotional.
We then set off for Dumfries, a historic market town next to the River Nith and nicknamed the Queen of the South. It has a very interesting history and a special connection to Scotland's national bard.
So welcome to stop number 3, which is
Dumfries, next to Robert Burns Museum.
There are 2 Robert Burns museums on Dumfries, including the house that he once lived in, but we chose to visit the Robert Burns Centre.
So Dumfries has been a royal borough since 1198, but it is actually thought to have been here since Roman times. It's probably best well known for its connection to Robert Burns, who lived here in 1790. Oh no, it's a hill.
About 5 minutes walk from the Robert Burns Centre is the Dum Freeze Museum, which houses the world's oldest camera obscura. Sadly, it was out of action while we were there for some renovations, but entry to the museum was still free. There was lots to see, and there was some really interesting activities for the kids, including some pottery making. Our last stop of the day was in the small village of Glencaple, which has a couple of parking for the night options, including at the Boathouse restaurant where you can park between 9 p.m. and 9 a.m, or where we ended up at Caerlaverock Castle Point. There were 7 spaces, 3 were benches at Castle Corner, and just a short walk through the woods to Caerlaverock Castle itself. The facilities on site include drinking water, grey waste disposal and chemical waste disposal, and all they ask for is a donation which you can pay online or at the honesty box.
So this is actually the original Caerlaverock Castle, probably pronouncing that wrong, so I apologise, which was built in 1220. So it would have been surrounded by water. So welcome to Caerlaverock Castle.
Caerlaverock Castle was a stronghold of the Maxwell family from the 13th century until the 17th century, and it's the UK's only triangular castle.
So that's all for today on the first day of the South West Coast 300. Nearly said 500 there. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit that subscribe button and come back next week for a new adventure. Cheerio.
In the old ways get washed out by